Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 665. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by a non-video Mike Stady.
He's
For
not here.
now, no, I'm
Oh,
still
oh,
here,
he's
but I'm
like,
trying. I'm trying not to be.
okay.
Be back in a little bit.
Corey Feinsod,
Hey, I'm here.
and Tony Kokonakis.
Yeah.
Tony,
Yeah.
I said hello.
Hello. I said, yo. Did you not hear
Oh,
me?
I didn't. It cut out. I didn't hear that. It
Oh.
must have been it must have been a glitch in the Matrix or something. I don't know. I didn't hear you. Welcome, listeners and viewers, to episode 665 of the Moviecast, folks. We are live on Twitch Tuesday night, starting at 8 o'clock. So please join us. Have all the fun. We have the Gamecast coming up right after, so you can stay tuned for both episodes. If you do not catch these live to chat with us live, pop on over to YouTube. We're on there. Subscribe to that channel so you get notified when we post these episodes, usually the day after. And leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. Leave us a like. Subscribe. Be sure to subscribe so we get to you guys get the latest and greatest. So here's the episode, folks. Just full disclosure. We got a lot of gaming news to discuss this week. We do. Not a lot of movie stuff going on or TVs with the strikes going on.
Yeah.
But there's been a couple things we can discuss what we've watched, which would be, from myself, and I'm guessing you guys watched Ahsoka from last week. I mean, from what I saw online, it was the greatest Star Wars episode of all time from people. I will say that I personally enjoyed the fourth episode far, far better. And I don't know why, because I'm not seeing that from anybody else, but I don't know what it was. I really liked that episode. This one was fine for me. I would say it's above average. It was good. It was very good, but I don't know if it would be, one of the greatest episodes ever of Star Wars content of all time. I don't know if I'd go that far. I had some remembrances of. I don't know how much I want to spoil this crap. Anyways, there was some issues I had with a certain character in the show that I remembered I had by the way they portray a character. I'm gonna be vague as fuck here. We see this character portrayed in the Clone Wars, and they are much better as not that actor. So I don't know. I just like that other version better than what we get from the actor, and I guess no shots at them whatsoever. But I prefer their animated version better, personally. So that's the whole episode. So I can't really say that was my the best episode ever because I have that feeling. I don't know. What do you guys think, Corey?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of this episode either. I feel like they're just pandering to the fans in some
Yeah, I
way.
mean, let me just say, like, Tony, did you see the episode too?
Yeah.
Okay, if you have never seen Rebels, would you have any idea what the hell is going on?
No, not really.
There's
Or
no way.
Clone Wars. I mean,
Or Clone Wars, but
I mean,
no, but
We'll
that's
most
have
more
to
of
see
it.
what
relevant.
happens
No,
when
I
I inevitably
disagree.
see this.
I disagree because this episode deals specifically with what happened in Rebels. If you remember the ending of Rebels, like this happens to a character in Rebels, and I'm just like that whole area, and I'm like that's not in Clone Wars that area, and
Sure, but they like. So I mean, like I said, this is like what I liked the most about the first episode. The first episode is still my favorite episode so far. It's only been going downhill for me. But like this was like, oh, I felt like, oh, we're continuing the Clone Wars Rebel stuff here, and it's feels nice to be back there because I remember good times with that, and those were fun, and it was still Star Wars that I was enjoying. But the live action stuff is just keeps it feels like it's just trying to keep going backwards instead of forwards. It's like, well, you remember this part, right? So let's do that, and then you remember this, and so let's do that, and then this episode literally is, hey, remember when this was good, and here's some more of that when you liked it, and so it's just what it felt like this
yeah.
episode to me, and I don't feel like it moved the story forward at all in any way. Like, why do we need this from Ahsoka? Like, it just makes the character look weaker, in my opinion.
No, it definitely does, and that's my whole thing. Is like when we last saw Ahsoka in Rebels and stuff like that. She
was like stoic.
yeah, she was like stoic and like was beyond a lot of the conflict. Right? Obviously, she did some things to help out, but in my eyes, she was at least the equivalent of Vader, right? Like
Mhm.
maybe she didn't straight up win that fight, but she didn't lose it either, right?
I mean, there's obviously in Clone Wars. I mean, she bested Darth Maul in, like, when she was like,
yeah,
how old was she in that? As a younger version of her.
Order
So
66.
yeah, she's one of the most powerful Jedi to ever
right.
exist, and
Skilled,
I
at least.
yeah, I mean, so I get your point. Like, she was. I don't mind the vulnerabilities though. Like,
No, I don't mind the
I think
vulnerabilities.
you need that.
Or like if she's gonna get punked like that,
Okay.
at least have it be like because the villains did something dastardly, right? But like
Gotcha.
losing, and that's my interpretation. Because I talked to somebody else that was like, "Oh, they did do something underhand." I was like, "What are you talking about?" I meant to go back and rewatch it, but I didn't get a
No,
chance.
I mean the
to.
only thing was getting distracted by Sabine. That's
Right.
really all it was.
Oh, and burning her hand.
Right, exactly. So, like, to me, it was, like, not as much of an excuse for this. Again, personally, I think this is a no-name motherfucker that just did not exist, but obviously before the series, that they're just being like, oh, we need a villain, and we need somebody that can be, an antagonist directly for Ahsoka and challenge her. But it's like, what are you talking about? And then, and then I got lectured by some nerds because it's like, oh, they're not Sith, they're Dark Jedi. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then they start pulling out, like, Wikipedia articles and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, so you're, like, pulling shit out of your ass with extended universe fucking lore and stuff like that. When is this explained? Like, maybe I missed this in an earlier episode. I know we talked about that first episode, and it's like, we're not Jedi or something like that. And it's like, well, why would you say that if you are a Dark Jedi? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Why would you say you're a Dark Jedi and then use red as, like, Sith colors? It's like, you think they'd be like, oh, maybe we should use purple or, like, orange or,
Technically, the blades are orange.
That's what I thought.
me.
They are orange. They're not red.
Okay. Well, maybe they should be a bit more orangey than...
Go with... let's go with, like a purple. Let's go with, like... let's go with something
or yellow or...
Yeah, yellow. That'd be fine.
Something a little bit more different than red, because red and orange, the way it glows, it looks very similar.
Yeah, they look very similar.
But anyway, it's silly to me. And again, I don't want to harp on it too much. It's not...
I got you.
It's not bad.
No.
Like,
no, it's not.
I'm watching it. There are moments that are enjoyable to me. I think it was a little too on the nose with the whole, like... what is it? The Gandalf the White, coming out, and now he's all garbed in white. And I get, Filoni loves
the
Lord of the
rebirth,
Rings,
and now
stuff
I'm
like that.
yeah.
And like, I don't know, like, were these whale things supposed to be special? Like, have we seen them before? Is that it?
Rebels. They were in Rebels.
Did we? Okay, I forgot. I was just like, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you didn't know this, like, you're like, wait, fucking animals.
Yeah, I forgot. I mean, I watched it and I forgot. Like, it's just like, wait, what? Like, okay.
So I was kind of surprised that they took the audience knowledge for granted. Took the audience knowledge.
I don't mind that so much.
I don't mind
especially a show based off of a character that's a side character that was created like this character is created in the Clone Wars, so it's like I get that, but
I feel
especially with this,
I disagree with you guys on that aspect of it because I feel like you have such success with general audiences with Mandalorian. You've brought in brand new viewers from the Mandalorian alone. You have. And and Andor to an extent as well because of the content it gave us. You didn't need to be a Star Wars fan to enjoy that show. And then to give us this character which is brand new for these new viewers, I don't feel like you're reaching them at all. Like, I don't feel like they can understand anything about this at all. Because I feel like you're just this is for the fans. This is for the fans.
Yeah,
this one.
Exactly. You got two shows that you didn't need to have any experience with Star Wars before, and now you're getting the show for the fans, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also like kind of like, oh, you're pandering as well. But it just
I will say, can you hear me by the way, guys?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yes. Can you see me? No.
No.
Nope.
No,
Just
the restart didn't do it.
Just the spinning blocks.
But no, because you guys did say it might be better to go in blind to this, but now it's not.
Who said that?
You said it early on because I'm like, I wonder if I'll watch it.
What?
Yeah,
I don't remember ever saying that.
I'm pretty sure you said that specifically. It might be better if you went in blind for this one, because you were disappointed based on what you knew already about this character.
Yeah, because I was disappointed. Okay, in that regards, yes, I could see that, but we've been telling you for years you need to watch Clone Wars. Like, literal years we've been telling you to watch Clone Wars.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Wait a minute.
That's beside
Tony,
the point.
wait a minute, Mike. Tony is correct because I think we all posted the episodes you need to watch.
Oh, we've done
in
it
the
several
Discord.
times.
In the
I
Discord
know,
chat.
but then I'm
So,
like, I'm not gonna skip around like that. That's weird. But then I started watching it and got bored. So
Okay. So, I don't know, but anyways, that's Ahsoka. That's really the only big thing that I've watched. I didn't finish the One Piece show on Netflix. Looks great. I've halfway through the first episode. It's an hour long episode, so it's not like I went to go. I'm like I'll pop that on real quick today, and I'll get an episode in to talk about it. I didn't get the whole thing in, so I did do their ad tier. For those wondering, if everybody's wondering about Netflix or their ad tier, this episode is completely non-invasive. I don't have any ads, but there are 4 per hour essentially, and they're about like a minute long. They're not long breaks. It's 4 minutes long an hour. That's not bad.
it's better than what TV was.
Yeah,
Real TV.
If you watch something on Hulu right now,
Yeah.
you're getting like 90-minute commercial breaks.
Well,
It's
that's
ridiculous.
I don't watch Hulu. I can't even.
Well, no, I
last
mean
time
like an hour show, right? Is 40 minutes. Right?
Oh.
'Cause you got 20 minutes of commercials in most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like value wise, $6.99 a month, 1080p content, ad tier, not bad. That's a pretty good value. You don't get all of their episodes, but it's like stupid weird things, so it's not a big deal. Like I mean, except for Arrested Development, that's like you can't watch Arrested Development. I'm like, okay, that's not a big deal. But everything else is on there, and I'm watching One Piece, which I've heard is excellent, very fun, and I want to check it out. It looks great. Visually, it looks really good.
Dude, like I talked about this, I think a couple episodes when you were not here, and these episodes cost more than like Game of Thrones episodes. It's
I mean, I'm not
$18
surprised.
million an episode.
Not surprised. It's unbelievable the budgets that Netflix can give out. So that's it for me though. Corey, what have you been watching?
Not too much to be honest. Really, just watched Ahsoka. It's the only thing of note.
All right, Mike.
It's football season, so
Yeah, I mean, same.
Not watching anything. Nope.
Tony, anything else?
Jujutsu Kaisen still.
Oh yeah.
You know, another week, another cliffhanger type thing, and whatever. It's funny because like I don't know, the show does a good job of pacing where it's like you're getting action, you're getting some intriguing plot and whatnot, and this last episode something hit the fan, so it's like we're waiting this week. Actually, it should be out tonight, I think, so I'll check that out probably to see how it goes.
Okay. So I do want to get back into the Wheel of Time because I heard they
me too.
got this season's better, but like but
is
because
it?
they totally just like, you know what, just have to look at this show as not the books.
Not the
if you
book.
do
No.
that, then
thing-
you could enjoy it.
The thing is I'm far enough away from the books now where I know some of the major plot points, and I remember that, and I remember some of the main characters and stuff. But the little things I don't quite remember a lot of, so that's a good thing. I will say that Nick's wife Ashley, like, she loves this show. I was talking to Nick about that at the camp out, and he was like saying, yeah, we got Amazon because she loves to watch that show by itself. And I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, I tried the first few episodes, I just couldn't get past the fact that
I watched
it was
the first season and it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I heard the second season again. If you can look at it, it's its own thing, separate from the books, then you could enjoy it. So I do want to get back into that and check it out. I was planning on doing that at some point this week, but then I ran into other things. So
yeah,
I will try to make it a focus this week.
cool. All right, let's see. Box office this week, nothing much to talk about. Last weekend was The Nun 2, A Haunting in Venice, The Equalizer 3, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, and still Barbie in their top 5.
That's on digital,
That's
I
on
think.
streaming, right?
It is on digital.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I have it. I watched it a little bit. I watched it last week. So we watched it just before the episode last week. So it was available last week.
Turtles, I think,
But,
is available today too.
Turtles is available on Paramount Plus very shortly.
Yeah, I think
That's what
I saw that. I might actually see that now.
Go for it. And they just announced the tie-in show.
For
The name of it,
Paramount Plus,
yeah.
Tales
can't
of the
remember.
Turtle. Tales of the
That's it,
Teenage
thank
Mutant
you.
Turtles. I think.
Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, yeah. So that's the tie-in between the movies. Mike, check it out. I want to hear your opinions of this as a Turtles, fellow Turtles fan. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna need a day where Ashley goes to sleep early because she doesn't want to watch it. So
I mean,
we'll see.
the positives, it's not a long movie. It's
90 minutes, right?
Yeah, 90. It's just 90 minutes, I believe. So, yeah. All right, let's talk quickly about some news. What do we have here? The Aquaman trailer. Did you guys check it out?
No,
It does exist.
It does exist.
It's like this movie was
Whatever.
supposed to come out 2 years ago, and now they finally have it coming.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's there. I've heard some flack they're getting. They've had people walking out.
I have heard that.
Oh, you did hear that?
I
Okay.
saw that today on Twitter where
Yeah.
my time to time was like, yeah, screens people were walking out of it. Like
there's like a specific scene that's causing people like to mass exodus.
Yeah. It's like, and then I read what it was, and I was like, I totally see why. Because it's like, yeah. It's like, that's a little too dark for like.
Yeah, I
also
feel
they cut ties completely, right, with the DCEU with this movie. So they're trying to do that at least. I think.
Yeah, I feel like that was a bad decision to put that into this movie. Like you can make that the story, but don't put it on the screen. So that's it.
I don't think there's any point to it though. Like the universe is getting reset. Like it just feels like dumb. Like a thing that was just dumb in the comics, but they're like, oh, let's put this in the movie. It's like, why would you do that though? Like,
I don't know.
You know, that's like if they put the what was it? One of the Green Lanterns, his girlfriend got fridged. That's where the term "fridging women" comes from. It's like you would not put that in a movie in 2023. Like, why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? It's just for shock value and to disturb people. It's like that's stupid. So yeah, don't think this is gonna approach $1 billion at all.
No chance in hell.
They missed their window big time. It's like you had $1 billion movie and you just let it sit there for 5 years or whatever it was.
Went out with the tide.
Oh,
yeah. Nice. Nice. All right. Let's see. Marvel VFX workers unanimously vote to unionize.
Good. Good for them.
Good for them.
Good for them. Because like,
I mean,
most overworked division. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, especially with like what we've been seeing recently in the Marvel movies and how they've been rushed and like the poor quality, like we saw with Ant-Man, and we've seen with a lot of these other, the Marvel Disney Plus shows, and just this, everything looks half baked.
Yeah, these movies are just too big now for them because like my understanding of the situation is a lot of it has to do with 11th hour changes. They're like, actually, you know what? We don't want this to happen. We want this to happen. It's like, you can't just do that. Once they've invested hundreds upon hundreds of hours of work into like the visual effects and be like, we're going to just throw that out. Just throw that out.
Yeah, it's not like doing a reshoot or something. But it's funny because like even with how poorly they've been doing, like this, they still did better than the Flash movie. So
yeah,
it's crazy that the technology we have in 2023 and we're getting that.
Yeah, I know. Other Marvel news though, this is interesting. The Marvels is the lowest budgeted movie in I don't even know how long. Since Ant-Man. $130 million reported budget for this movie coming out.
Damn, that's practically a TV show.
It's cheaper than some TV shows.
It is.
It's cheaper than it's like that's ridiculous.
It's hopefully I really hope it's a fun movie. Like I really like this fall there's nothing. And so I'm like, please, it does put more pressure on them. But I really want something fun and enjoyable. I'm like, please hit with this.
I loved how IMAX came begging back to Marvel because at first it was just going to be Dune 2 on IMAX. Like Marvel's wasn't going to get any IMAX screens, and now they're like,
and Dune's like, yeah, we'll see you in 2024.
Yeah, we'll see you next year. And IMAX is like, please give.
We need more movies. So interesting. I can't wait for those tickets to go on sale. I'll buy those.
Wait, when is that? This month or next month?
It's
now, does
November.
that make $1 million?
Oh, it's November?
That makes it.
Yeah, it's November. The Marvel's like November 13th-ish, right?
I mean, I want to say it doesn't, but at the same time, if there's nothing else out and it's good, like I could still see it. Like
I see this.
I think that they made $1 billion with the first one.
Yeah.
So.
I see this opening okay, and as long as it's good, it has
it depends on the cinema score.
Length for it. Yeah,
it'll probably be down. I would guess. I think it would still be successful. It was like 600-ish million.
Yeah, I'd say like 7 at the tops is where it's
6 to 7.
You want what 2 times over? It should be 230 roughly with marketing. If they do that much in this movie, it doesn't sound like they're going to do that much marketing in this movie. So
they can't. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
The marketing stopped a few months back for this movie.
130 plus, so it's a 180 total maybe on the budget. So all you got to do is 400.
Yeah. So I mean, it'd probably make its money back, but yeah, especially like you said with how dry it is this winter fall time. It's coming out November 10th, by the way.
November 10th. See, I was close. I had 13th in my head, but okay. All right then. That is, I believe, it on this podcast, the Moviecast.
I mean, it's what happens when everybody stops working or doesn't want to.
I will say.
Oh well, did you see all the news about
employees?
what was it Drew Barrymore or
her show?
She's coming back, right?
Yeah,
I just started a show, and then they yelled at her. I don't know if she did or not.
She was kicking people off that were siding with the Writers Guild. She was kicking people out. They were like causing problems there. To start her show.
If they had like supporter badges or something,
they were kicked out. Yeah, so banned from the room. So I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, we have the Gamecast coming up next, guys. That's gonna do it for this episode. I will give you guys a little preview. I have a fun story for Baldur's Gate. So stay tuned for that. We are out from this one. We'll see you guys soon. See ya.